that's a little more like it. The smell of the firewood, the rustic ambience of the farming equipment. That was a fine idea indeed, if I do say so myself. No doubt you noticed that the bedroom you made became a farmer's bedroom with just a few key additions. You can give a room a whole new identity. People using these unique rooms are much more happier than if they had to live in a drab, functional cubicles. They will simply overflow with gratitude, if you take my meaning. This new bedroom is incredible. You're one step closer to getting Furrowfield Farm back on its feet. Indeed, my dear. The next priority must be to find some more healthy soil. We cannot build a farm around a few measly patches of workable dirt. I have heard tell of a curious tribe that once called this island home, who were capable of turning spoiled soil into clean and fertile earth, but I know not what became of them. Still, we can think more about that later. For now, you must have your reward, another sample of my beard's bounty. Thank you. One of your friends has been knocked unconscious. They'll recover eventually if you leave them there, but they'll be back on their feet faster if you can get them to a bed. Alright, everybody hide. Oh, how'd you do that? Oh, fun story. It doesn't stop when you're... Not done. Stay with me. Can you open your eyes? Easy does it. Oh, that wasn't too terribly bad. Okay. The pastor's a strange one. I can't quite work out where he's coming from, but at least he didn't destroy the dye tree. All we need to do now is find a way to grow a lot of wheat and till 50 patches of soil. Well, as far as the wheat goes, there used to be a little mill town to the east. It's just ruins now, but there might still be some wheat seeds hidden there. I'll put a mark on your map so you know where these ruins are. Please, go there and bring back some wheat seeds. What if I told you it was already there? Oh wait, we need food, dude. more wood. Ugh. Oh. Nope, still nope. Cooking. That is going. Let's go to our marker over here. I know we were there, but maybe because we didn't have the quest prompt, we didn't know what it wanted from us, I'm gonna guess. What do you want, dude? Human. Normally I like to give helpful hints to passerbys, but somebody has really cheesed off right now and I need to get it off my chest. There used to be the most wonderful granary down this way, absolutely filled to the brim with wheat. I used to sneak in to grab a bite to eat whenever I was feeling peckish, but now the whole place is completely swarming with monsters. It's far too dangerous for me to steal a snack now. If you're heading that way, I'd be very grateful if I were you, or careful if I were you. By the way, the fat rats on the island aren't like other monsters. We're always friendly and try to help people whenever we can. If you run into any of us on your travels, don't be shy. Step right up and have a chat. Noted. This way. Get a load of this massive building. Do you reckon there's seeds in there? There's only one way to be sure. Let's head and have a look around. Look. Oh, first I get attacked by monsters, then my weapon breaks clean in half. I can't even. There's totally an anvil, like, right there, but I'd just die if I had to actually make something. Ugh. If only someone would offer to trade me a totally sick weapon, like a cypress stick, or something for these useless wheat seeds I found. Alright, dude. Got it. No weapon, no life. Let's see. How do I... Ooh. Look at... To Brittany! Oh, MG! A cyber stick is the goat! Who are you and where did you get the weapon? You made it? No, wait. Did you say you're a builder too? That's just too much. You're crazy. Well, crazy or not, I owe you one, and now that I got a weapon that works again, I can do like the children of Hargon said and destroy the village. Oops. Hold up. I'm getting some, like, seriously sketchy vibes here. That's a problem. Oh no, not more of them. This place is like right on top of an ant's nest. I clobbered so many of them on the way here that my sword literally broke. Like, literally. Can you guys give me a hand with this one? If we all pitch in, we'll slay these ants in no time. Yep. Well, YOLO. Oh. Uh-oh. Hold on. Hey. That freezing time, that was a bit annoying. And reach level 3, or maximum HP increase. And we learned a new recipe. A stone sword. Huh. Hey, did you just invent a new weapon? Did you get the idea from watching me fight? That's great. I better keep fighting then. I can't wait to see what kind of wild weapon you dream up next. If you do come up with any new recipes for arms and armor, you might be better off using the anvil to whip them up than a normal workbench. Okay. That was a hell of a freeze while we were in the mid-combat. The iron ants are defeated! Alright. Let's go make our iron sword now. Oh wait, she wants to talk. That was so lit! We totally crushed those ants like ants! I couldn't have done it without the sweet cypress stick. Oh, wow, I'm so hyped right now. I feel like I'm bursting with excitement. So anyways, you said you were a builder, right? What's up with that? What are you doing in a place like this? Get out of town. You're looking for wheat seeds? So you can rebuild Furrowfield Farm? Man, you're totally going to get some, like, divine retribution for all this. The Master of Destruction will seriously smite you. Still, you defo seem to have a knack for the whole building deal. The cypress stick you made me is legit. Maybe building isn't that bad after all. Here, take these. They're the seeds I promised to trade for the stick. Better late than never, eh? My name's Brittany. I'm like a wicked strong soldier. Let's head back to this farm of yours. I want to see what those wheat seeds grow into. They're going to grow into wheat. I promise. Is it far? Nope. Sweetie pie is just right around the corner. But we're going to make this stone sword. There we go. Alright, let's not fall down like I did last time. Because it kind of hurt. Where's the stairs down? Oh. Oh, crap. Oh! I did it again. Oh well. Alright. Come on, you guys are back. Alright, come on, guys. Now, Roth, move your big butt. Wonderful. You did it. You found the wheat seeds, and you found a new friend, too. Back when the children of Hargon's teachings took root in Pharaohfield, the people gave up building. They threw down their tools and let their fields lay fallow. But if you can bring back people here and get them fired up about building like this, we can still turn things around. That's not a bad idea. We might find some willing workers to take back to our own island, too. Speaking of all the new things you've been finding, aren't you running out of space to keep it all? I actually been trying my hand at a bit of building myself. Here, I made you something to put all your tools and materials in. We obtain a bag. With that bag, you can collect as many materials as you like. You'll never need to worry about leaving anything behind again. Oh, that's actually pretty damn cool. It's cheek. Alright, let's plant those wheat seeds. You don't have enough. You can always knock some with your hammer. Make space. That is pretty dang amazing. Let's head to bed. Except for I don't have one. Clearly. What's this over here? Little snores. The clapping that they do when we're harvesting. I'm starting to feel self-conscious about it. Alright. though. We gotta figure out what to do. So to actually know. Alright, so how many peeps are there? There's 1, 2 of him, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So there is 3 beds here. We'll make 1 more bed and then 2 more beds. Alright. Oh, basic bedroom. Oh, she wants to chat. Okay. Wow, this place is lit. Is that a dye tree? It is, isn't it? And get a load of the sweet farming setup you got going on. So, I'm a soldier, right? I'm more of a breaker than a builder, and I want to help out, though, so I figure I might stick around and guard the place for you. The children of Hargon can do 1. From now on, I'm all about children of Hargon. Ha 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 ha. Oh man, I'm so looking forward to this. It's going to be so much fun telling those weirdos in their stuffy old robes where they can stick their stupid rules. Bold words indeed. Will you still be so brave when the Master of Destruction shatters your arms and armor into 1,000 pieces? Wow, that's a stuffy robed weirdo. Brittany joins our team. That freeze, though. Thank you for joining my team, but... Yo, nice work planting those wheat seeds I gave you. Now we got ourselves a sweet little wheat field. But it's like way too small, you know. There's defo not enough good soil around here. That's true. I may be the finest farmer on Farrowfield, but even I can't conjure clean soil out of thin air. Well, I've heard this hot goss about a... Well, I heard this hot goss about a Wiggly who lives somewhere near here. He's part of this, like, tribe that can clean up spoiled soil. The children of Hargon are like, I don't think so, mate. So he's laying low in his burrow. You're saying there's a giant worm out there that can solve our soil problems? That sounds almost too good to be true. We should bring him here right away. At this rate, it's going to take forever to harvest all the wheat we need. We may as well spend that time sleuthing out where this Wiggly is hiding. Okay, we actually do know where he is. We ran into him, but he didn't want to talk to us. So we sort of discerned that exploration without a purpose is a bit, means you're double backing. Double tracking? Backtracking? Words. He was like over somewhere in one of these corners. Over there? I don't remember. Rose? Wiggle, 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 squeak! Squeak, what business does a ratty looking human like you have with me? You're looking for someone who can clean dirt for you. I got no idea who you even go about it. Maybe that mud-munched monster over to the east would know. If you want to meet him, you'll have to be quick. I saw a gang from the children of Hargon running over there with vicious grins on their faces not too long ago. Oh, and before I forget, have you spoken to my fine friend here already? I suggest you see what he has to say. All of us fat rats have handy hits for adventurers like you. Squirk! Squirk! What brings you humans scurrying all the way out here then? Seeking out the Naviglobe, are you? Well, here it is, this beautiful orb right behind me. The instant you lay your hand upon it, you'll gain the power to warp back here whenever you like. Open up your map, and you'll be able to zoom away to Naviglobe that you're already touched, or just zip yourself back home if you like. The island's bigger than you might think, especially if you're walking everywhere, so these things are key to getting around. Don't forget to touch any new ones you find. You might be wondering why I'm telling you all this. All the fat rats on this island are just as helpful as me, so you shouldn't be surprised if we offer you some handy hits. Thank you, fat rat. Oh, this way. Good job, big guy. Hey, what do you reckon is going on here? We finally found you, spineless worm. We heard you've been making clean earth, and you know what the penalty for making things is around here. I ain't done nothing wrong. It ain't my fault the soil comes out cleaner than it goes in, is it? If you truly believed in our cause, you'd immediately destroy anything you made, but you didn't, and now you must be punished accordingly. What do you think you're looking at, human? Can't you? They were hard at work purging diet that's here? Well, don't just stand there. Help us. Unless you suppose the children of Hargon and Wish your calf will be more than happy to purge you too. Oh, criminy, you have to help me, humans, please. Because I've got to pick a side. Who do you think we should side with, the monsters or the monster? That's just, even you have to think about it, as proof enough that you haven't a faithful bone in your body. The children of Hargon do not tolerate such fair weather followers. You shall meet the same grisly fate as this long liberath thinner. Come on, guys. Let's get them. I don't know. The monsters are defeated. Hey, big guy. Certainly made short work of them horde beasts that were harassing me. Thank you kindly. But who are you anyway? And what are you doing all the way out here? A builder, you say, and I'm rebuilding the old farm dye tree and all? And you looking for someone who can conjure up earth out of nothing? I sensed that big old tree was back, so I did. I've been ringing all over the place looking for it, only to have my life saved by a wary maid that planted it. Must be fate. I'm the Wiggly, you see. We're an ancient tribe with the power to purify the earth, or at least we was. I'm the only one of us left now. This gross, slimy thing is going to clean up our soil. I can't wait to see everyone's faces when we get back with the giant worm in tow. Name's Wiggly, by the way, and if we could get back to your farm before any more of the children are going to turn up, that'd be lovely. Is it far? No. Interesting. I love it. Oh, what a heck of a farm you got here. It may still be small, but with the right bits and pieces in place, field crops, even the dye tree. Blimey, heck, it's a monster. Dribbling, Drackies, you're right. We are under attack from a vicious Wiggly. Well, don't just stand there, Mal. I'd breed it within an inch of its life. That will not be necessary. Unless I'm mistaken, this Wiggly is a descendant of the tribe that kept the soil of Farrowfield clean and healthy for generations. What? Hear me, Wiggly. From this day forth, you are to aid us in building new fields. Fail to do so, we'll have no further need to keep you alive. That's really mean. You're trying to threaten me, ain't you? Well, it's working. You got yourself a deal. Don't worry, Wormface. If this guy tries anything funny, I'll beat him to a pulp. Thank you kindly. Right then, I'll stick around and help her bring back the dye tree. I'll be more than happy to give you a hand with your soil problems. If there's anything I'm good at, it's cleaning up muck. The Wiggly joins her team. That pause, man. Come on. Right on. It's pretty dope having a Wiggly in the squad. We can totally get all the good dirt we need. Funny how that slimy simpleton was eager to help us out, eh? Seems like there's really something about you that monsters really go for. Our prayers are answered, a soil shortage is solved, and it's all thanks to Brittany. Nah, I was just passing on some rumor I heard. It was her that did all the legwork, and props to Wiggly, too, for dropping everything and coming here to bail us out. Nobody knows why, but on Fairfield, the Wigglies, the Bodkins, and the Rats have always been kind to us humans. Hey, maybe if you ask around on your travels, you might find out. Alright, big guy. We Wigglies have been custodians of the soil here in Fairfield since forever. It's always been our job to keep the dirt in good nick. And now as the children of Argon are off my case, I can get started again. I can't wait to see the old place overflowing with life. Green from beach to bluff. I suppose I should start by turning some of this horrid slime into nice clean dirt, shouldn't I? Oh, yes, please, Wiggly. You have no idea how long I've waited for this. I'm so excited to see you sanitize the soil. Righto, but how am I supposed to know which bits you want cleaned up? I see. You be using scarecrows to mark out where you want your fields to be, so I should work my magic on the mud around the moments. Sounds like a plan. I'll get started right away. No time like the present, is there? Okay, so he's gonna do that, and that means I'm gonna go make a scarecrow again. There we go. What is this? There you go. That stinky sludge is all gone. Nothing but fine, fertile earth for your fields from now on. Can't believe it. Look at all this healthy earth. Oh, thank you, Wiggly. I'm so happy. You've never seen so much lovely soft soil in my life. Ever since the spoil spores appeared and I thought our island was doomed, we even found clean soil. Anything we planted and just withered and died. What's wrong with you lot? Crying over a bit of dirt? We spent so long scraping together a few small patches of arable earth, and now we've got more than we know what to do with. I'm more happy right now as I've ever been. I'm happy too. Happy to help, that is. And I'd be more than happy to clean up the soil anywhere she plunks down them scarecrows. Wonderful work. It just so happens I have a few seeds squirreled away for such an auspicious occasion, and now we have a place to plant them. Oof. We've got so much more clean soil now. The field smells better, rich and earthy, not all rotten like before. I thought between you, a builder, and me, the finest farmer in Fairfield, we had the perfect duo. But now with Wiggly in the mix, we got the perfect trio. Now we can make as many fields as we want, but that won't help us if we don't have the seeds to plant in them. Brittany told me about the ruins of an old farm somewhere to the northwest on the other side of the mountains. Sounds like just the place to find some more seeds, right? I'll mark it on your map for you. Go and see what you can find. Look at him working. sort of want to save the wheat fields for when over there. So let's go look over here. I don't think I went exploring over here on my singular excursion. In some ways, this reminds me exactly of Minecraft, but in other ways, it's completely its own thing, right? I find that really quite awesome. Hey, the little squeak over this hill. Squeak! Hi there, human. Are you looking for your friend? He's just over the other side of this hill, but he seems to have gone a little crazy. Last I checked, he was swinging his hoe around like a madman. If he's not your friend, you might want to steer clear. You can always just go and have a look, but don't blame me if he clocks you on the noggin with a piece of farming gear. I see. Hey, big guy, what you doing? What is this fiendish farmyard still doing here? Don't worry, I'll have the whole blasted thing torn apart in no time. I don't know who you are, but if you're not going to help, then I'd rather you leave me alone and let me destroy this place in peace. I beg your pardon? You heard there was an old farm here around here and you're hoping you can find some seeds. Well, I expect this is the farm you're looking for. Don't worry, I'll soon have it completely obliterated. As for the seeds, I have some, but I won't give them to you. There's no nobler a goal in life than wrecking ruin, you know. I'm sure the Master of Destruction himself is watching me right now as I smash this place to smithereens. All I can say is it's a small mercy this place doesn't have one of them accursed scarecrows. Those infernal puppets have some kind of dark power over me. Just one glance at one and I can't resist tilling the soil around it. Confound my farmer's blood. Whatever you do, stranger, don't use that workbench to build a scarecrow and then place it in the middle of this field. Don't even think about it. Uh-huh. So you say. Uh-oh, I need dry grass. Okay, dry grass. Grass up here. Alright, come on, Nora. We got what we need, buddy. Alright, Oh no, did you really put a scarecrow in the middle of the field right after I specifically told you not to? What is happening to me? Fun. Just as I feared, one glance at a scarecrow and I can't stop myself from tilling the earth around it. Oh, Master of Destruction, hear my prayer. I've sullied my hands with the stain of creation. I beg your forgiveness. It is only by your destructive gaze that field was not enclosed by wooden fencing. Were it so fenced in, I fear that You didn't happen to spot the pieces of wooden fencing stuck in the ground behind this field, did you? Whatever you do, don't go and fetch the wooden fencing over there and fill in the gaps in the fence around the field. Do you hear me? No fences. Alright. Thank you for telling me. You got Squeak, hi there, human. A high-minded, high-browed, high-class girl like you should have no problem at all with heights, right? Then I know a couple of tricks that are perfect for someone like you. skills for swiftly scurrying to the loftiest spot. Squeak! Any adventurer worth his cheese knows how to climb. After all, you never know what you might find at the top of the mysterious hill. You have a well handy, you can put blocks against it to make a staircase. If not, you can build a tower by jumping straight up and putting a block under you before you land. How very Minecraftian. One more. We learn a new recipe. Fences? Oh, a wooden gate. And fences. Nice. Enormous field. You put a fence around this field, didn't you? Why would you do that? No, it's happening again. Why? Why? I couldn't help myself. I plowed every inch of earth inside that accursed fence. You sly devil, I expect you worked out how to build wooden fencing and wooden gates yourself, too. With gates and fencing, you can make fields of almost any shape and size. They are dangerous weapons indeed. Oh, Master of Destruction, hear my prayer. Once again, I've sought my brow with the sweat of constructive labor. I beg your forgiveness. What's that? If I want to till some more fields, why don't I go and help out in your farm? What are you trying to imply? I'll have you know I'm a devoted disciple of the children of Hargon. This guy's hilarious. Let's take him back to the farm and turn him into a builder. Alright, weirdo. If you got any seeds, hand them over. And no funny business. We can do this as easy way or the fun way. Alright, here you go. They're all yours. Thank you. Brilliant. Looks like we got enough seeds to make coming all the way out here worthwhile. Now let's get back to Tommy Tills a lot here, back to the farm. Name's Clayton. I'll go with you. I'll help you on your farm. I'll do anything you want. Just please don't kill me. Oh my gosh. Hello there, human. I'm as hungry as a church mouse. Seriously, I'm starving. Squeak. All I have are these wheat seeds, but I got really bloated when I eat wheat. I think I have an intolerance. Do you think you can help me out if you gave me 10 cabbages? That would keep me fed for a while, and you can have these wheat seeds in return. Those look like nice, juicy cabbages, and you got 10 of them, too. Well, hand them over. Come on, I'm starving. Yes. Thank you so much. You saved my life, human. I might be a rat, but I'm true to my word. Here are the seeds I promised you. I knew you'd come through for me. After all, us rats and you humans used to be on the same side. What? You don't know anything about it? Well, we actually, now that you mention it, I don't remember much about it either. Alright, let's grab some cabbage seeds. That's pretty awesome. I'll take it. Alright, let's... Oh, so it's gotta be wood? Seed of life. Maybe not. Can you not see a girl is busy? Alright, I guess we're gonna go back. See you, big guys. we made the field bigger. Yippee! We did it! We did it! 50 blocks of soft, unsullied soil, turned and tilled and plowed to perfection. Now we have enough space for all 5 types of vegetables that they used to grow on Fairfield Farm. Before the dye tree withered and died, they used to grow all sorts of different crops here, and hold a festival when they brought in the harvest. Goodness, look, the dye tree! Is it dietry or dye tree? I'm gonna guess dietry. I don't know. Neither sounds right to me. The dye tree was grown a little bigger, and it feels a lot more powerful too. Doing these tasks is really doing the trick, isn't it? Standing before something so precious, I can barely contain the urge to destroy it utterly. This pastor's acted all funny again. Is it really going to blow up this time? Now, hang on. When you first saw the tree, you said you had a change of heart. What was that all about? Silence. I will not stand by and listen to your idle chatter when you have so much more still to do. Stop wasting time and get back to work. Unbelievable. Look at this farm, these buildings, these fields, this tree. Truly such centers are beyond redemption. Such seamless construction, such brazen building. This whole team stinks of creation. You heretics. The lot of you heretics and builders all. Reverend, this woman is a builder, a foul, irredeemable sinner. Do something. Destroy her. You could not have arrived at a better time, my disciple. You must work the fields here. You must till the soil and water the crops with neither rest nor respite. Not you too. Why, Reverend? Why? Very well. I'll join you in your den of inequity. I can't disobey the pastor's orders. He joins our team. Great work! You didn't just find some new seeds, you found a new friend too! Clayton's just like me, a descendant of one of the Furrowfield's finest farming families. That must be why he can't help but plow any field he sees. I've been thinking. We've been doing as the pastor said, and now we've got nice big fields and the dye tree's growing bigger too. But surely those 3 tasks he gave us can't be all there is to it, can it? It just seems too easy. I suppose we'll just have to wait and see. In the meantime, let's build more scarecrows, till more fields, and grow more crops. You could even try making fields into interesting shapes and sizes by fencing them off with wooden fencing and wooden gates. Try it out and see how it goes.
Great work! You didn't just find some new seeds, you found a new friend too. Clayton's just like me, a descendant of one of the Furrowfield's finest farming families. That must be why he can't help but plow any field he sees. I've been thinking. We've been doing as the pastor said, and now we've got nice big fields and the dye tree's growing bigger too. But surely those 3 tasks he gave us can't be all there is to it. Just seems too easy. I suppose we'll just have to wait and see. In the meantime, let's build more scarecrows till more fields and grow more crops. You could even try making fields into interesting shapes and sizes by fencing them off with wooden fencing and wooden gates. Try it out and see how it goes.
big guy. What's up? Hey, I see improvements to my village are proceeding apace, and your skills as a builder are improving likewise. Wonderful work, my girl. As the builder-in-chief of our humble home, it falls to you, young lady, to inspire us by ringing that great bell once more. Have you the power already, or if you need to gather more gratitude from your fellow townsfolk first? Should you fulfill our request, build beautiful new buildings for us to use and fields for us to tend, our appreciative energy shall surely flow like water and litter the ground below. Speaking of which, it must sometimes be a bother gathering up all that gratitude, must it not? Well, I hear that something interesting might happen if you give the builder's bell a short, sharp strike with your weapon. Give it a try and see for itself. Oh my gosh, everybody wants to chat. Oh, it's nice to have such lovely clean soil about. I am happy to help. I never thought this day would come, to be honest. Oh, if only my old ma and pa could have lived to see this. When I was just a whippersnapper, they gave me these treasures. They've been handed down through generations, so they have. Now, I want you to have them. 2 balls of worm food. Don't know what that is, but okay. Then balls of worm food are brill. Plop them down on the ground and I'll turn the area around into a lovely green glass. The second, put them down. I'll cover everything around them in grass, so don't drop them too close to your fields, you hear? It's about you put the balls of worm food somewhere close by, and we'll have the old place looking green and grassy in no time. Okay, and you too? You want something? You dragged me here against my will. You forced me to toil in your fields, and I am a devout follower of the children of Argon. Can't you understand? This is a living hell for me. Oh, wise and powerful master of destruction, please have mercy unto your wayward children. What? What do you mean I look like I was having fun when I was tilling that field? Speak for yourself, you builder. In fact, if you love building so much, builder, why don't you go ahead and build us a barn? Say that this is a farm, yet you don't even have one of the bare necessities. What you want is a room with a chest, a haystack, and a set of farming tools, and a coil of rope, and some firewood, and a pot. And put it all in a nice small room. I imagine a builder like yourself can't help but build huge halls that tower over everything. But try to be a little more humble about it, will you? Everything's coming along. We got our fields, we got our cabbages, and we got our wheat. And there's something else we got too. Hunger pains. You know how yummy those cabbages are, but the rest of us ain't had a chance to eat them yet. What we really need is a chest full of food. And we'll be able to help ourselves to something whenever we're hungry. Please, I promise I'll never bother you for anything ever again. Just fill a chest with 30 cabbages. Alright. You needn't say another word. I saw you squirreling away those cabbages for me. You know, chests aren't just useful for storing stuff. You can use them to share stuff with us, too. I recommend you fill it with loads of lovely food. Ever since the children of Argon banned us from making new things, we've been forced to rely on handouts to survive. But to heck with that, we'll even grow our own food and stuff our gobs till we're fit to pop. Oh, by the way, those seeds you planted won't last forever. Once you harvest them enough times, they won't grow no more. So don't feel like you need to harvest everything just because you can. We can only eat so much, you know. What? We got ourselves a proper little farm now, ain't we? It's blimmin' brilliant having a builder like you around. But more than anything, it's nice to have so much food. I would definitely get used to not being hungry all the time. Of course, there's something a bit more demeaning about scarfing down old raw cabbages straight out of a chest. We need a way of eating that's a bit more civilized. What do you reckon? Think you can invent something like that? You do? Then do me a favor and put it outside, will you? I always wanted to enjoy a meal while looking out over our fields. Of course, it ain't civilized to sit in the mud neither. I'll need a table to sit at and a simple stool to sit on. Then just stick whatever new culinary contraption you come up with on top, and the job's good un. Supper set. Okay, so they want us to build a building, a barn. How do we get into the house? Alright, I think we need to go to sleep. Alright, I actually want to go to sleep. Thank you. How do I see a journal or whatever? there'd be, oh. Are we gonna have to fence in? Alright, so I'm gonna have to make a fence, aren't I? Thank you, big guy. I can marvel at the wonder of nature without ever getting hungry. I still can't quite get my head around it. We tell you what we want, and the next thing you know, you've invented something new, and you're running off to build it. It's worth knowing that things don't necessarily have to be in a room. You put something like that in a bed or a chair outside, and we'll still use it, and happily, too. That's not to say we don't want you to make us nice rooms. If we can enjoy your creations indoors, its lovely appealing surroundings, we'll be all more appreciative. The other thing is to remember is to try putting things together to make sets. Like that little table, chair, and cutlery combo. Anyone in town who sees it knows exactly what it's for and use it when they want to. You know what would make it even better? If that simple supper set you made actually had some food in it. After all, we can all use both if it ain't got some gorgeous grub in it. I think we would all appreciate a lush breakfast when we wake up in the morning. And after work in the fields, lunch wouldn't go amiss either. Oh, and dinner too, for that matter. Okay, so these globs here, right? What did you want? Sometimes you act so moving that my fellow villagers find absolutely overwhelming with gratitude. So many ways. Okay. Okay. Oh, it just wants me to keep working. Got it. Now that Wiggly's on board, this farm's about to seriously go off. The only thing is, the monsters are getting thirsty for our fresh fruit and veg, and the only soldier in Purple Guard right now, it's kind of a problem. Obviously, we can't just stop growing food. Like, duh, I figure we'll need is better weapons. That's where you come in. Any ideas? If not, practice makes perfect, I guess. Maybe if you go out and rough up a bunch of monsters, will give you inspiration for what you need. Pretty lit. Make me one of those and give it to me. And of course, the sword isn't much use without a full soldier to swing it. Okay. Alright. The barn thing has me a little confused, so I'm gonna have to work on that. Good, and it's actually worked. I made a little village green all on my own. Thanks, Ma. Thanks, Pa. Not bad, Wiggly. You came here to work out how to make a Isle of Awakening a little greener, and it looks like we found our answer. Wiggly! This green stuff on the ground, is this grass? Wriggly, did you do all this? I certainly did. Back in the day before the spoil spores came, the old field was covered in the stuff, and it were full of flowers, too. You Wigglies really are incredible. Not only can you make the earth clean, but you can make it green as well. You're going to play a key role in bringing this island back to life. I just know it. Seeing all this greenery is putting me in somewhat of a farming mood, so to speak. I feel like making some more fields. Tell you what, if you ever need more space to plant seeds, just stick one of them scarecrows in the ground and I'll clean it all out the earth around it, alright? Been on the run a long time trying to wiggle away from the children of Arga's clutches, but it weren't all bad. I did learn a thing or two along the way. And I'm sure you'll learn a lot too. That was the last of my worm food, but I'm sure you'll work out how to make it yourself one day, and then we'll make some serious green. Okay. Fences. We need fences. Okay, so I made all of that, but I'm gonna guess the building isn't big enough? Question mark? Oh, apparently I'm starving. That abrupt zoom. Keeping on fences. Oh, did I forget to place the firewood? There we go. Okay, I feel better. Probably go take care of that, huh? Alright, calm your shit. I was busy. I was working, and you got in my way. Thank you. We can... Oh, we got more peoples. We learned. a whole bunch of new recipes. So it's worked again. Ringing the builder's bell has made everyone better at building. Towel rails, cloth sacks of wheat, wonderful inventions all. Done it again, and this time the sound of the bells drawn farmers from far and wide. With new furniture, new farmers will be able to make Fertlefield Farm even better. Go on, give our new guests a warm welcome. You don't get a second chance at a first impression. Someone turns at your front with a marker above their head. They've surely come to help you out. Why not go and say hello? Hello? Oh, mercy me, what in the world is going on here? Oh my, a builder you say? That type of, that sows desolation and despair wherever they go? Look at the crops they're growing. Hargon's going to have your guts for garters. Come on, let's get out of here. We don't want to get mixed up in this. But don't you have the urge to till these fields? Aren't you desperate to water those plants? You can tell these people are farmers at heart. They can't lay their eyes on such lovely soil without wanting to plow it. I can't abandon my faith, but I can't turn my back on such a fantastic farm either. All right, we'll join you, but not a word to the children, all right? The Fertlefield farmers move into Fertlefield Farm. Alright, what's up? Grumbling ghouls! It's clear your skills as a builder are greater than ever. The instant your hammer struck that bell, I felt myself overcome with creative energy. I've been watching your building work with a keen eye. By building your buildings and planting your crops, you've made our hopes and dreams a reality. And with the gratitude we give you, you ring the bell and become a better builder, ready to make even more of our dreams come true. What a truly wonderful partnership. I can only hope you can continue to lead the people of our fair farm as our resident benevolent builder. Be praised, the barn is just as I'd imagined it. I can't hide it any longer. Ever since I came to your farm, ever since I saw the wondrous things you've built, I've fallen in love with building. There's no point fighting it. I'll just have to say my goodbyes to the children of Hargon and become a builder like you. Oh, great and powerful Hargon, I beg your forgiveness for the sins I'm to commit. Do not turn me into a dog, I pray. Well, I hope this incident has proved instructive for you. If nothing else, you have learned that rooms can come in various sizes. I wouldn't be surprised if people petition you for rooms of specific sizes of future. It won't always be easy, but you should do what you can to accommodate their requests. Anyways, as proof that I no longer serve the children of Hargon, I would like you to have these. I denied you before, but I shall do so no longer. Nice, big guy. I'm gonna have to go make her. Oh, there's an anvil right there. My bad. Sorry, girlfriend. Ah, nice. Thanks so much. The sword is well sick. Anytime you invent a new weapon, you should wax them up and give them to everyone who can swing them. Then everyone who's like, oh no, the monsters are too tough, will be like, oh yeah, tough luck, monsters. Back in the day, I would have been hyped for all the things I could smash with a sword, but I don't really believe in the children and their master of destruction anymore. The master of destruction? Who's that supposed to be? Does he have a name? How am I supposed to know? High key, I bet the only person who knows his name is Almighty Hargon himself. Listen to me, Almighty Hargon. I'm so done with him. Let's start the Children of Manilia instead. A brilliant band of building buds. Speaking of Hargon, what do you reckon he's doing? You don't think he's going to come and smite us, do you? Dude, I think I need you to calm down and all the clapping. Try to make me feel a little self-conscious. Yeah, better. Hey! Everyone else on the farm seems to be getting really good at making stuff. I mean, just look at all these crops. I think I might be able to make stuff now, too. Let me have a go on that workbench. I think I got the hitting it with the hammer stage down to a T. Alright, and then... Huh?
Yep.
What? Ah! I can't do it. Well, this sucks. I just wanted to help, even just a little bit. Well, whatever. You stick to building, I'll stick to beating up monsters. Poor guy. Alright. Wooden grating. Glass ladders.
Hey.
Alright. Decorative item. Salad plate. Oh, a couple of them got in. Alright. So definitely need more fences. let's head to bed. I wish there was a faster way of cooking a large batch of meals. Hey! All our hard work has finally paid off. 50 sheaves of golden wheat harvested and ready to use. Wheat has always been a symbol of prosperity here in Furrowfield. There's just so much food you can make with it. We'll never go hungry again. Especially now that you're here, I expect that your skills as a builder probably extend to making delicious dishes too. Oh, and look, the dia tree. Wow, it's looking stronger than ever. Haggling hell slimes. You've done it. You've completed every one of the pastor's tasks. You have rebuilt Furrowfield's fields and produced a bountiful harvest. The earth itself has been imbued with the power of growth. It is this that has given the strength to the dia tree. In turn, the great tree will extend her blessings to your farm, protecting the fruits of your labor with her holy power. So the dia tree gives strength to the farm, and the farm gives strength to the dia tree. They both help each other. Indeed, very astute of you, child. But now you have outlived your usefulness. Your farming career ends here. What? I jest. Keep your beard on. Our work is not done yet. After all, there is still more we must do to see the dia tree attain her true form. There is? Well, I suppose it will all seem a little bit too easy. If you wish to see the dia tree restored to her full strength, you will have no choice but to work your fingers to the bone in her service. I shall explain to you soon enough what must next be achieved, but for now let me bid you congratulations on a hard task well done. Don't celebrate too soon. Something tells me we've got company. Where? Where? I can smell when a fight's brewing, and there's the whole place stinks of it. I don't know if it's the tree you've grown or the bell you keep ringing, but something's got the monsters in a seriously bad mood. We need to kit out anyone who can fight with the best weapons we can build, and that includes me, okay? So, we're all ready to bash some baddies? Nope. Alright, but hurry up, will you? Let me know when you're good to go. I think that's everybody. Alright. Alright, yep. Yep. Don't worry about the town getting damaged. We can always repair it once the fighting is finished. Just concentrate on teaching those rotters a lesson. Not a problem. Let's get out there and cause some carnage. Let's battle commence. He smacks his butt. Oh my goodness. Hey, defeating all those monsters had made me even stronger again. I can feel the power flowing through my veins. You don't seem quite so pumped up. I'm starting to get a bit worried about you. That settles it. I just have to think up a trick I can teach you that even a weakling can use. How about this? Start by charging up all your power into your sword arm. Yeah, that's it. You're better at this than I expected. Now let it all out in one giant swing. Really go for it. You did it. Not bad at all, even for you. Remember, just hold down the button to build up power, and then once it's all charged up, let's go and unleash a super spin attack. This should come in handy next time you're in a fight. A spinning slice. Everyone, is everyone alright? What's it? What's it to you? Those monsters were from the children of Hargon. Called your friends over, did you? I knew it. Now that we've done everything as we needed to do to grow the Dia tree, you don't need us anymore. You want us all dead. I don't think that's the case. The pastor's been here with us the whole time. Even if he wanted to, he couldn't have passed a message to the monsters. And he also said we still need to do more to keep the Dia tree growing. If that's true, why he want us dead? Doesn't make sense. Your name is Rosie, yes. Tell me, Rosie, why are you so desperate to see Furrowfield Farm rebuilt? Why? Well, it's just been my dream, I suppose. I see. Everyone did great today. Let's leave any talk of tasks or missions until tomorrow. I think we've all had enough excitement for one day. I'm going to sleep with my head resting on a pillow of wheat under a warm blanket of cabbage leaves. And I expect you to do the same. It's the Furrowfield way. So this Dia tree thing, still got a way to go, right? That said, it's come a long way already. When it first appeared, it was nothing more than a weedy sapling. Just goes to show you how powerful your building skills are. And then there's this Children of Haragon mob. What do you think their deal is? Huh? You heard that Haragon already has been defeated by the scions of Irdrick and his forces were scattered to the winds? That was weird. They still seem to be in charge around here. There's something fishy going on this island. The thing that gets me the most is everyone saying that builders bring destruction and despair. What's the story behind all that? You two, what do you gain in waking so early if you only proceed to waste the day with idle chatter? There's still more that needs to be done in order to see the Dia tree return to her full strength. Come and hear what you must do. Yeah, in a minute. I'm sure you've got very important things to tell me, but in a minute. I always forget to cook it. I'll place it, but I forget to cook it. Malroth, I have a present. Malroth? Oh, there you are. Hey, buddy. Oh, don't. Hi. What's this? Did you make me a new weapon, huh? Thanks, I love it. I'll use this one from now on, but I'll keep hold of the oaken club you made me too. After all, it's the first thing you ever made me. I suppose it's got sentimental value. But if you invent any weapons that would make me deal even more damage, build them straight away and hand them over. Before we begin, Builder, tell me, what are your thoughts about young Rosie? Her cheery outlook and irrepressible optimism make it all but impossible for me to maintain my dark and brooding demeanor. And so it is for her sake, as much as my own, that I ask you to tackle these next tasks. Come, my vassals, gather round. But first, allow me to offer my apologies for the recent attack. Know that I did not call for my allies to strike. However, the very fact that I am here may well have... Huh? Everyone look, the sky! Is this... Hey, isn't that one of those whatchamacallits? That's a problem. It's a spoil spore, and there's one over there and one over there, too. Where'd these blimmin' spoil spores come from all of a sudden? And what's going on with the sky? Has this weird wind got something to do with it? Alas, it seems the ill wind blows over Furrowfield once more. It has been some time since last it cursed these lands. The accursed storm is the source of the soil spores. It was by this wind that so much of the soil on the island was ruined. Now hang on a minute. Do you mean to say the stupid storm's going to muck up all our hard work? But everything was going so well. We can't let these horrible spoil spores destroy our dreams. We have to do something. The spoil spores breathe in the air around them and convert it to a vile vapor. When they explode, it's the noxious gas which befouls the earth around them. Then if we stop them before breathing the air in, wouldn't they wither away without doing any damage? Perhaps. I know of no manner of stopping the ill wind itself, but with Manilia's help, we may be able to destroy its evil fruit. You have to try. There are 5 soil cells in the farm. Block them in every side to keep them from breathing. Block them how? Oops, I'm freaking out. I'm just misplacing everywhere. Did it work? Oh my goodness, it worked. The spoil spores gone. You're amazing. These rotten things have caused so much suffering, it's hard to believe we could have destroyed them so easily. If only we had a builder. There's still 4 of them left, though. We have to destroy them all. That's it. That's all of them. Thank you so much. Now, if only we could do something about the ill wind. But at least we got rid of the spoil spores. Come on, let's go and tell the pastor. Alright, I had to clean that up. It wouldn't be able to survive otherwise. Alright. Every last one of the spoil spores has been eradicated, you say? If my understanding is correct, then... Look, everyone, look at the sky! Nice, the ill wind's gone. Grumbling gremlins, you did it! Not a single square inch of our precious soil was spoiled. Very good indeed. Your skills as a builder are remarkable. We, the children of Hargon, brought ruin to Furrowfield. We destroyed the dye tree, that life might never flourish here again. We forbade humans from building and commanded them to join us in reducing those buildings that are still standing to rubble. To an incarnation of destruction like myself, it seemed the only logical course of action. But then I saw the fragile sapling, the dietary reborn, and the irrepressible force of life within it. When I saw this tree and the wonders you brought forth, young builder, I was forced to reconsider whether this was truly the right course. Yeah, I remember. You said you had a change of art. I shall aid you in your quest to restore the dietary to its former power. I have the necessary knowledge, but in return, I wish to witness more of your building prowess. Can you believe this? This building thing is pretty popular. Even the pastor of children of Haragon is impressed. Hear me, builder. The ill wind may blow again before the dietary is fully grown. Should it do so, you must destroy the spoil spores it brings, lest they undo all our work. Alright, so what about the other stuff you needed for us to do for the dietary? Very well. I shall tell you what must be done to see the dietary grow tall and true. Listen well. You must grow crops of 5 different varieties. But that is not all. These 5-fold crops must cover a total of 250 squares of soil within the farm's boundaries. You may need to search the island thoroughly to find the different types of seeds you will require. 5 different crops? We already got cabbages and wheat, so what's that means we'll need to find 3 more kinds of seeds. There are a great number of seeds hidden throughout this land. I suggest you work together to seek them out. What's the matter? Is there something you want to say? What? You think it's time I officially joined your fellowship? Do you not know who I am? I could never join forces with a despicable builder. I wash my hands of this whole sorry affair right here and now. I jest. I'd be glad to join you. Sky's a roller coaster. If I'm ever to become a member of your village, I should introduce myself more properly. My name is Al, and I am the pastor of this island. You may call me Pastor Al. How about Altrusic Al? No, I think perhaps we had best stick with Pastor. Pastor Al joins Furrowfield Farm Team. Yippee! Pastor Al is officially a villager. I'm so happy. The people of Furrowfield used to hold a great big festival when they harvested their crops. I think we should do the same when we finish growing the dietary. A harvest festival? I got no idea what one of those is, but it sounds fun. And before we can start thinking about that, we have to find all the different seeds we need, so let's get cracking. Oh, I have a puppy. Where did this puppy come from? So, any ideas how we're going to find more seeds? Aside from the wheat and the cabbages we already have, we need to find 3 more kinds. If only we had a Furrowfield retriever. Those dogs have the best sense of smell of anything alive. They'd be able to sniff out some seeds in a jiffy. What? How long has she been there? Is there something over there? I bet she's going to lead us to the seeds we need. And it can't just be a coincidence that she arrived exactly when we needed her. The dietary must have summoned her to help us. Chance would be a fine thing. What do you say? Shall we go and take a look? Alright. Oh. Oh, apparently I wasn't done. Hold on. Hold on, pups. Follow that mutt. Yeah? Whoa, check it out. This place is completely different to the rest of the island. It's some kind of marsh. I bet we can find all sorts of new stuff here. Let's take a look around. Hey, what's that? Huh. That's some grubby little rat over there. Let's make him tell us all about this place. you doing in the bog, Squeak? Squeak, what's a human doing here? Going on a picnic, are you? That explained the grin. This is feral-filled bog. You don't want to get lost here, so I suggest you touch this Naviglobe before heading further in. The fat rats and bodkins around here won't give you any trouble. In fact, if you're having trouble, it can't hurt to chat with one and see what they have to say. Alright, pups. Who are you? Oh, hello there. I shared my lunch with you once. Did you lead these people here to save us? Well, this is just great. We trudged all the way out here and we don't even find seeds. Just a couple of scruffy-looking girls. I beg your pardon. I think we're ladies, not girls. And rather lovely ladies, too, if I do say so myself. The children of Hargon threw us into this ghastly hole. They told us we had to reflect on our sins. But that was days ago, and we've been stuck here ever since. I know that cooking is wrong. I know I shouldn't have done it, but I was ever so hungry. Say, who are you two, and what do you do? Oh my, you say you're a builder and you're building a farm with your friends? No. I've never heard such a hearsay. The children of Hargon will never allow it. Looks like we got another couple of true believers on our hands. Let's take them back to the farm and turn them into builders like that other guy. Oh, what fun. That does sound like a lark. My name is Lillian, and this is my sister Saffron. We'd be more than delighted to follow you back to your farm. If you use your map, you can warp us all there in a jiffy. Yeah. Where am I? How did I get here? And why was I punching the air? This must be your farm. It is simply marvelous. You all must have worked ever so hard to build it. It's almost enough to bring a tear to my eye. Whatever you were saying, Lillian, this is the hotbed of heresy. Don't let this builder deceive you. Oh, tush. As far as I'm concerned, the children of Hargon can go rot. Tend to live here and become a builder and eat till I'm jolly well fit to pop. I like you to have these. I found them in the bog. They smelt nice, so I kept hold of them. Consider them a symbol of our friendship. Sure, Kane. Nice. Interesting. Alright. Is it a new kind of plant? Why aren't you more excited? Our new canine companion is earning her keep already. She found us some new seedlings and some new friends. Lillian must have found those sugarcane saplings sprouting in fur-filled bog, but you can find more of them there if you look hard enough. And it seems like our four-legged friend wants to help too. This is great news. It means... Wait, Doggy, Rex, Fido, Spot, Duchess Doggington. She's gone. Does she want to help or doesn't she? It's as if she's in her own world of her own. How can we convince her to help us? If you wish to gain the allegiance of an animal, there's no better way than a pat on the head. Even their natural wariness towards humans cannot survive a good pat. Provided you can get within patting distance without provoking their ire. Approach from behind, where the creature cannot see you, and walk quietly. Do not run. It's worth a try. I'm hopeless at sneaking, though, so I'm going to leave this in your capable hands. Go on, pat the dog. befriend the dog. And it joins our team. Nice. Woof woof. I think she's taken a liking to you. She's even got your moves. So what are you going to call her? Girl, your name is Ghoul Beast. Wait, no, Dead Shackle. Alright, since I tend to name everything after Bella, we're gonna name this one after Kenzie, which is my other dog. What about my ideas? I suppose we could do a lot worse than Kenzie, though. In fact, I kind of like it. Have it your way. You're a friend now, Kenzie. Our friends stick together, so stay close. You did it! You tamed the dog. Like Kenzie's eager to help out now. And now that we got Furrowfield's Retriever on board, our seed-searching expedition can begin in earnest. I know, why don't you put together a special seed-searching squad to find the new seeds we need? I obviously be the squad leader. Kenzie can be your guide, and Pastor Al and I will be in charge of strategy and logistics. What about Malroth, do you ask? I know. He can be in charge of hitting stuff. Seems like a good plan. Don't worry about the fields for now. The rest of the villagers can tend them for the time being. You need to get out there and find those seeds. Alright, it's time for the special seed searching squad to start their first mission. I think the best place to start is by finding more sugarcane saplings, or seedlings. We need you to a few more than a handful you got from Lillian, don't you think? There are bound to be more seedlings in Furrowfield Bog buried under the soil. Anyone can sniff them out. Kenzie can. The hound will run ahead when she catches a scent, dig in the places where she barks to find what you seek. But be warned, sugarcane is not so easily grown. I would recommend against planting any seedlings you find, for the moment, at least. What are we supposed to do with them? Fear not, my child. I shall tell you what must be done when the time is right. But before the seedlings can be grown, there is a particular tool you'll need to acquire. Plateau above the bog stands my cottage. My servant is mining it. Speak with them, and he will provide you with a pot that should prove invaluable. Off you go, then. Head to Furrowfield Bog and search for, let's say, 25 sugarcane saplings, or seedlings, and pick up that pot of Al's while you're there, too. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and call it done here. I will pick back up at, later. Thank you guys for keeping me company. It's been fun. I actually really am enjoying this.